Yeah, good morning to you and all. This is Navin Kumar Sriramoju. We are back with the classes after a small break. In the previous classes, we have seen about the types of operators such as assignment operators, arithmetic operators. We have listed out the relational operators, logical operators, comma operators, compound assignment operators, conditional expression operator, bitwise operator. And I have promised you that we will be seeing each and every topic in detail. In the previous class, we have seen about the assignment operator in detail. So in this class, we will be talking about the arithmetic operators, okay, which are very important for performing the basic operations. Right. So let's start the arithmetic operators concept in detail. So whenever you're talking about the arithmetic operators, so you have to understand that arithmetic operators can be used to perform simple mathematical operations, right? So here, what is the meaning of simple mathematical operations? So simple mathematical operations will be listed as the addition, right, subtraction, right, multiplication, right, division, and modulo. So in order to perform all these types of operations, we require some operators, and those operators are called as arithmetic operators. Now what we'll do is we'll be talking about each and every arithmetic operator in detail. For that, so see here, so whenever we are talking about the classification of arithmetic operators are classified into two types. One is the binary arithmetic operator, the second one is the unary arithmetic operator. Now we will be talking about two different types of arithmetic operators available for us in C programming language. So whenever we are talking about the binary arithmetic operators, generally what we will do is we will be taking the help of two operands, right, for performing a simple operation, right. So there are five in number. The first one is called as addition, as I told you. The second one is called as subtraction. The third one is called as multiplication. The fourth one is called as division. The fifth one is called as modulo. So these are the different symbols which are used to denote the operations. For addition, we will be going with the plus symbol. For subtraction, we will be going with minus symbol. For multiplication, we will be going with the asterisk symbol. For division, we will be going with the forward slash, and for module, we will be going with the percentage symbol, right. So this is all about the binary operation, and we have a program on this arithmetic operators in my previous classes. Please go through it. Now we will be talking about the second type of I have the example in the previous video, so I am not going into the detailed explanation of the example. All right. So we'll be going into the second type of arithmetic operators called as unary arithmetic operators. So these operators, so what is the meaning of unary? Unary is nothing but single, one. So if at all you want to perform the arithmetic operation using unary arithmetic operator, then you require only one operand here. So we do have two types of unary arithmetic operators. The first one is unary minus operator. The second one is increment or decrement operator. So what we'll do is we'll be talking in detail about this unary minus operator and increment and decrement operator, right. So whenever you are talking about minus operator, suppose in mathematics, if at all we have some value called as 2, then if at all we add minus in front of 2, then this is called as the opposite value of the given value, or we can say it has the negation of the given value. So that is the major duty of the unary minus operator, that also called as the unary negation operator. So this operator can be used to negate the value available, negate the value given, right? So it converts, if at all we are giving a positive number, then it will be converting the given positive number into negative number, and if at all we are giving a negative number, then it will convert the given negative number into a positive number. And we have to understand that the unary minus operator is denoted with minus symbol. For this, what we'll do is we will be going with an example here. On seeing the example, you can easily understand how this unary operator will be implemented. For that, what I am doing is I am going into the dev C++ tutorial, or we can say this software application. So now I am saving it. Saving is done like this. Unary arithmetic operator .c. I'm saving it. Now I'm typing the program like this: hash include stdio.h, hash include console input output.h, int main. Then I can go like this: int a is equal to 10, right? And int b. I am taking two variables here. One is being given some value called as 10, and other one is not given some value, and this is for implementing the negation operator. So I can write like this: b is equal to minus a. Right now I want to print the value of a, and I want to print the value of b like this: printf, right, n backslash n new line character is equal to %d comma a, printf b is equal to %d comma b. Right, then we are going with return 0. So this is how you have to write the code. Now once again I save it, then I'll go with the tab execution. I'm compiling it. So see here in the bottom side of the page, you can see that there are no errors and there are no warnings. So it tells that the code we have written has no mistakes. Now I'm going again for the execution part, and I'm trying to run it. So once I run it, the value of a is 10 given as by the user, and the value of b is minus 10, right, which is the negation of the given value. So this is how you have to understand. Now what we'll do is we'll go back here. Since we have understood about unary minus operator, we'll be going into the second type of operator called as increment and decrement operator. Now here you have to understand that the increment operator is represented using two plus symbols combined together, and the decrement operator is represented by two minus symbols combined together, right? So these operators are again called as unary operators, and I have told you why an operator is called as unary operator. Why? Because they will be operated only on the single variable or single operand, right? So this is the point to be noted. Now what we'll do is we will be talking about the difference between the increment operator and decrement operator. Increment operator, as name suggests, will be telling you that the value of the variable will be incremented, right, as mentioned by the user. And decrement operator decrements the value as mentioned by the user. Suppose user wants to increment the value by 1, then it will be like this: a plus plus is equal to 1. That means the value will be incremented by 1 every time. Suppose I write a plus plus is equal to 2, then the value will be incremented by 2. If at all you come here, a minus minus is equal to 1, that means value is decremented by 1 every time it is executed. And if at all we write like a minus minus is equal to 2, the value of the variable is decremented by 2 every time we execute. So this is a major difference you have to understand. Now when you are talking about increment operators and decrement operators, so in increment and decrement we have two types of operators here. So in increment operator we have prefix increment, and in decrement also we have prefix decrement. So there is a bit confusion here about these type of operators. Why? Because along with the prefix operators we do have postfix operators also, where we can see postfix increment and postfix decrement. So on seeing the example you can easily understand what is the pre-increment operator implementation and pre-decrement operator implementation, and what is the postfix operator implementation and postfix decrement operator implementation. So for that, what we will do, we will be going into the dev C++ interface, where you can easily understand by the implementation of the programs on each. So we have 4 programs to be executed now. So first one is prefix increment, the second one is postfix increment, the third one is prefix decrement, the fourth one is postfix decrement. Now what do I do is, I'll go here, right, and I'll go for a new file here, right, and I'll name this as prefix increment.c, and I'll go with the file name here, right. I have a program like this, right. I have a program like this. See here, I have the pre-implementation of prefix increment operator. So the program is include stdio.h hash include console input.h, right, int main, then I have taken some value called as 10 in the name of a variable a. Then I will be going like this: printf, right, the value of a before a plus plus is percentage d comma a. Then I'll go with a plus plus here. Then I'll go with printf the value of a after a plus plus is percentage d comma a. I'll go with return 0 here. Now see here, when you implement, this is the postfix Alright, this is the postfix increment operator. So once I'll save this, and I'll be going with the execution part here. Now as of now, what we can do here is we can exactly see the difference between the pre-increment and post-increment. For that, execute part, compiling is done, and there is no warning, there is no mistake here, right? Then I'll go with running the program. So see here, the value of a before a plus plus is 10, the value of a after a plus plus is 11. Now what do? I will be making small changes here in order to understand how the pre-increment will be working here, right? Now here what do is I will be going with plus plus a, then printf the value of a after plus plus a is percentage d comma a, right? Now I'll save this. Just try to understand the difference. There is small difference here. There is no warning, there is no error. Running it. Now see here, now what's happening here? The thing we can see here is, if you are applying only the pre-increment or post-increment, obviously the concept is to increment the value, so it will be obviously incremented, right? Now what we'll do is we will be seeing the exact difference between the pre-increment post-increment only, right? If we apply two of the operators such as pre-increment and post-increment at once in one instance only. So for that, what I do is I will be going with a small program here. The similar is been done in posting pre-decrement and post-decrement, so I'm not going to stretch on that program. Instead of stretching on the known program, what we'll do is we'll be going with a program in which we will be comparing the pre-increment and post-increment at once, right? So I have a program here like this. Before saving this, pre post increment dot c hash include stdio dot h hash include console input output dot h, then int main, then I have int x is equal to 7, y is equal to 3, z is equal to 0. Now I have a output statement like this: printf value of x comma y comma z before z is equal to x plus 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 y, right? Then I have one more statement here, output statement like this: x is equal to percentage d, y is equal to percentage d, z is equal to percentage d comma x comma y comma z. Now z is equal to x plus 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 y, This is the actual logic I want to implement, in which we are implementing post increment operator on x and pre increment operator on y. Try to understand this. Now printf, I'll copy this from here. Then printf, I'll copy again this from here. Right. Now this is the logic actually I want to show you. Return 0. So now I will save it. Right, then I'll go for execution part, compiling it. There is no mistake, there is no warning in the code I have written. Now run it. So see here, this is how you have to understand, like before the implementation of the logic, the value of x is 7 as we have taken, the value of y is 3 as we have taken, alright, and the value of z is 0 as we have taken. Now after the implementation, the value of x has become 8 here, the value of y has become 4 here, and the value of z has become 11 only. When we are adding 8 plus 4, it should be 12, but it is 11 here. This is the difference you have to understand here. Why? Because x has incremented and y has incremented, but after the incrementation we have not added the z. Before the incrementation only we have added the z. So this is the difference you have to understand. So try to repeat the video again and again until you get the clarity on how we are implementing the pre-increment and post-increment. And if at all you have understood about pre-increment and post-increment, then easily you can understand about pre-decrement and post-decrement. So this is all about today's class. In the next class we'll be talking more on the subject. Thank you.